Depression isn't just about feeling sad. It's the inability to feel joy even when good things happen. Imagine receiving a compliment or celebrating a small win, yet feeling numb or thinking it doesn't count. Today, we're going to explore one of the cognitive distortions that keeps you from feeling happy, discounting the positive, and show you practical steps to begin changing that habit. Our brains are always busy interpreting the world, often taking shortcuts when emotions run high. When you're depressed, your mind may dismiss any good news by automatically finding reasons why it isn't significant. This isn't a conscious decision, it's a reflexive habit. For example, if you're a fan of sports and you believe your favorite team is the best in the world, you might celebrate their win by praising star players. But when they lose, you may immediately search for excuses like poor sleep, biased refereeing, or bad coaching, conveniently ignoring all the reasons they're amazing. Your mind does this not only with sports, but in many areas of life. When you receive praise at work or a personal compliment, you might quickly brush it off by attributing your success to luck or the ease of the task, rather than acknowledging your true effort and talent. This pattern of thought, discounting the positive, is a common distortion that can feed depression. It keeps you from internalizing happiness and creates a feedback loop where your brain focuses on every slight or flaw. You may also find that when you do something well, you instantly focus on the one tiny mistake, making it hard to feel any genuine satisfaction. Over time, this habit not only reinforces negative self-beliefs, but also can impact your relationships, work, and overall well-being. It becomes easier to expect the worst rather than risk disappointment, even if that means sacrificing moments of joy. The origin of this mental habit often lies in past hurts or repeated disappointments. When life has been painful for a long time, it might seem safer to expect failure. In doing so, you protect yourself from future hurt. However, this defense mechanism also shuts the door on experiencing happiness. It's like having an internal alarm system that drowns out any positive feedback, keeping you locked in a cycle of negative thinking. Our minds become so adept at filtering out the good that we rarely notice it, leaving us stuck in a bleak reality where the world appears far worse than it is. So how do we break the cycle? The first step is to become aware of when you're discounting the positive. A useful way to start is by tracking your thoughts throughout the day. Try using a journaling app or a simple notebook to note moments when you dismiss compliments, downplay successes, or automatically expect the worst. By writing down these thoughts, you begin to see the pattern emerge and can start to question whether these thoughts are really true. Another effective practice is the 3 good things exercise. Each day, take a few minutes to reflect and write down 3 positive things that happened. This simple habit, done consistently for a couple of weeks, can slowly shift your mindset. Over time, you may find that these positive moments start to feel more significant and help counterbalance the negative. Alongside this, try a gratitude practice where you focus on what you're thankful for. Whether it's your own strengths or the support of loved ones, this exercise can help your mind move from a scarcity mentality to one that sees abundance and potential for joy. When you catch yourself discounting a positive experience, for instance, when you admire a beautiful sunset, but then immediately think about pollution or decay, pause for a moment. Acknowledge the thought without judgment and allow yourself to sit with the feeling of wonder that the moment deserves. It might feel uncomfortable at first, like you're letting in vulnerability. But learning to welcome those good feelings is key to slowly rewiring your brain. Another important step is to separate yourself from your negative thoughts. This process, sometimes called cognitive diffusion, involves writing down your thoughts and then stepping back to observe them. Instead of saying, "I am worthless" or "I'm a failure," you might say, "I'm noticing the thought that I'm worthless." This small change can help you see your thoughts as just thoughts, not as absolute truths that define who you are. Over time, this can create space for more positive and realistic perspectives to take hold. In addition to these practices, actively celebrating your successes is crucial. When you receive positive feedback or experience a win, make it a habit to truly savor that moment. You might even consider keeping a collection of thank you notes, positive messages, or any reminders of good things that have happened. Revisiting these mementos on tougher days can help reinforce that positive experiences are real and worth cherishing. Sometimes, the act of sharing your successes with someone else can amplify the positive feeling. When you do something well, take a moment to tell a friend or family member about it. Sharing not only reinforces your achievement, but can also help build a supportive environment that encourages you to see the good in your day-to-day life. It's important to understand that these techniques might feel awkward at first. If you're used to focusing on the negative, allowing yourself to feel warmth and joy might seem foreign. The mind is very powerful, and if you've spent years filtering out positivity, it takes time and consistent practice to adjust. Think of it as exercising a muscle that hasn't been used in a while. The more you practice noticing and welcoming the good, the easier it becomes. And over time, you might start to naturally shift your focus away from negativity. Consider the possibility that your habit of discounting the positive is not a deliberate choice, but rather a protective mechanism that has been in place for years. Understanding this can be liberating, as it shifts the conversation from, "I'm just bad at feeling happy," to, "This is a habit that I can work on." The goal is not to force yourself to be cheerful all the time, but to allow yourself to experience genuine moments of joy without immediately discounting them. As you work on this practice, reflect on whether discounting the positive is really protecting you, or if it might be causing more harm than good. Ask yourself if this habit aligns with the kind of life you want to live. Imagine a version of yourself that is open to feeling the warmth of a compliment or the joy of an unexpected success. Visualize how different your relationships, work, and overall sense of well-being might be if you allowed yourself to fully embrace these moments. Over time, as you keep track of your thoughts, practice gratitude, and celebrate even the smallest wins, you may start to notice a gradual change in your overall mood. Your brain, like any other part of your body, can be trained and rewired with consistent effort. It's a slow process, but every step you take towards acknowledging the positive is a step toward feeling happier and healthier. Before we wrap up, I want you to take a moment to congratulate yourself. By watching this video and exploring these ideas, you're already taking a step toward a more positive mindset. Even if it feels awkward at first, remember that change takes time and patience. The journey to rewiring your thoughts isn't always easy, but every little practice helps. As you move forward, try to incorporate these practices into your daily life. Notice your thoughts as they come, allow yourself to feel the good without immediately deflecting it, and make room for the possibility that you deserve happiness. With time, you may find that the world feels a little brighter and that you're more capable of appreciating the joy that exists around you. Thank you for spending this time with me. I hope that by learning to recognize and challenge the habit of discounting the positive, you can start to build a more fulfilling and joyful life. Take care, be patient with yourself, and remember that every positive thought is a step toward a brighter future.